All right, we got in another one of these. Let's see how we do on this one. All right, everything we need to get to is behind this, so let's get this screen off. These screens are always what's missing. See a little bit of staining here. We'll see what we can do about that. And everything we need to get to is behind this panel. And for me, what I'm going to do, best thing, start getting some IPA in here. Soak it really well. Oh, that was really, it's kind of open. I hope it was, oh, that's really loose. I hope somebody's not been in here before. Yeah, usually you've got to fight with this. Oh, this one's really coming off easy. So I almost came into the speaker there. You want to watch these. You don't want to go in and rip your cones. This is really dirty behind here. It's also very loose. So you just want to go slow and work these edges up. This one's really coming off. So it was either in an environment. Once you get this edge open, you can start getting your isopropyl underneath it. These areas here, most of the tape is gonna be. I feel a little more confident. This is really dirty. Look at this. I wonder what we're gonna find in here. So this whole side is loose already. We're good to go there. Now if you need to, you can go with one of these guys. We can work this into this edge. There's this little sensor light right here. You want to watch that. I don't like how dirty this thing is. Let that alcohol do it for you. And just don't go into your speaker cones. And that ISO has loosened this up great. I just did it again. Just go easy and don't force. She came off pretty nice though. You got some sound tubes here. So hopefully nobody's been in here. So that's it for the pry tools. We're not going to need this now. We can clean these up. I'm going to have to clean those. So now at this point you might be tempted to just start pulling screws out. But you're not going to want to do that because when this whole panel comes up, you're going to have wire and a connection for this one, this one, this one, this one. You're going to have all these wires going to the supply control box, and you're just not going to be able to control it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this bass speaker out, and that'll give us access to the connector down below that we can disconnect, and that'll give us room to disconnect all this other stuff and take this front plate off. So now at this point, we're also going to come in with some gloves, because inside this thing all these wires are covered with this double-sided tape foam, I guess to reduce vibration or movement, and most of that stuff's all degraded and it's going to start creating a mess. So if we really carefully, of course it's not, there we go, tip it over and catch it. Oh, is this brutal? Oh, this is ugly. This is not good. I wonder how bad this is going to be. Look at all the corrosion. Has this thing been underwater? I hope we can still fix this guy. So I'm having a heck of a time getting you a good shot. But you'll see this, I believe this does have a clip you've got to push. Oh, this has really got bad water damage to it. I hope this isn't a loss. It's surprising because the speaker cones look good. So there's an example of one of our connectors that we're trying to loosen up. This all looks so terrible. This would be a real shame. I don't know where my huge forceps went. So there'll be a repeat of these around this thing. Here's another one. At this point, we're just going to start disconnecting all these because this is not good. This may be a no fix. I guess this looks like it was pulled out of a swamp. I mean, the connections are just rusted together. Here's one of our sensor wires. So this copper tape, you can just pull that loose and get those out of there. I did not expect this. Okay, we've got the big connector out. So what about some of these other ones? I think the little ones we can wait, because what we need is to get this speaker, that's the sensor, this is really not easy to get good views for you guys. Now the little ones down below, they're not clipped, they're just friction. And I believe we do need to get them all loose to get this front cover off. Well, remember what I said about the gloves and the foam tape? The foam tape is just destroyed. So it's not even, usually it's all sticky and on everything. It's a real shame. Okay, so now we can go ahead and get all these screws out. We don't need to worry about these two. They're holding the inner case together. And the screws are just really solid in. Let's go old school. We don't need to remove the speakers from this whole front panel because we've got the wires disconnected. If that power supply and amp is done, that's a shame. It's over. Alright, so this whole thing is going to start to lift out of here unless it's like just stuck together. Oop, well, how about we get this last screw out? That might help. Okay, so some of these are hooked in. It's just stuck on the foam. This too. All the foam is just rusted together onto this. Look at how much rust on these screws. I mean, it's kind of surprising because the cones look good. They feel good. Foam is good. Dust caps are not crushed. Here we still got water here. It's still wet. Oh, well, unless that's the isopropyl. I don't think it is. That would be dry by now, don't you think? So now we can see there's this bracket that those two screws are holding on. We don't need to get that off. Now this one I think can come off either direction. Maybe not. Okay, so this one's off. I think the last one we got is this. These are just, look at how corroded that is. Oh, this is making me cry. Look at this. Oh, this is terrible. Such a shame. So we've got this big connector down here for the power. I can just imagine how rusted together this is going to be. Not bad, came out. So now normally you've got these screws at the bottom that you would take out and get the whole supply out. Oh, this foam is just soaking wet. It's still all wet. Wow. But what I found was when you loosen these, you wind up getting stuck on the bottom of this. And you could take this out, which is just your interface for the iPod. But they're these 90s. They're kind of a pain. So what I do is I take this top control board off. And that'll let you get the whole thing out. Oh, these are a little on an angle too. But not bad. I can tell you right now this control board's shot. I can see it from here, but we'll get it out. We'll inspect. This is a real shame because the whole power supply is the key. If this works again, we're going up for some kind of award. And we're not going to get these top ones off. We're going to have to go this way and get this whole thing out if we can get these screws loose. They are so rusted. I cannot believe this thing was in the bottom of a pool. Those are not going to come out of there. Look at, I think the whole connector is gone. The whole connector is gone. Everything's gone. This is very disappointing. So I mean, this is a no fix. As much as I want to get that board out and check it out. The amount of corrosion that's going on in there. I mean, look at that. I think the whole connector's gone. Isn't there a connector supposed to be there? Okay, well, I guess it's not happening for this one. There's not even much salvageable here. The case, maybe the speakers. Sorry, I was hoping for a better result. Like, subscribe. See you next time.